Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? Today is Wednesday the 21st of February 2018 and I'm currently in Nando's in Victoria because we're going to the other Palace Theatre very soon. I'm here with my friend Rakaya, who you all know. Hello everyone, it's Rakaya. I am the best London theatre blogger that you will ever find. Go subscribe to me, Rakaya C. My channel will be linked below. Also hi Sam. She's currently somewhere over there ordering her food. I've already ordered mine. I've got my apple juice here as well. Anyway, the reason I'm vlogging today is because we're off to see Eugenius at the other Palace Theatre. Now Eugenius is a new musical that I think has been in workshops since last year, and I think Rakaya went to one of the workshops or something like that last year. If you want to check out her vlogs, if you go and check her out, because she does some amazing theatre vlogs. And I was meant to go to the press night of Eugenius a couple of weeks ago, and unfortunately I couldn't go because of my actual job, my real job. I work in the theatre myself, and obviously that's evening time, so I couldn't make it to the press night of it. So now I'm very grateful to Rakaya because she's got tickets now for the show tonight. I think it's like a special event. There's like a Q&A or some sort, something to do with the show, like a cast event before the show as well. So that should be fun times, and Rakaya asked me to go along with her, so I'm like, great! Because I didn't think I'd get to see it because it's only on for a limited amount of time. And obviously when I couldn't make the press night, I was like, probably not going to get to see it now. You probably can't even hear me, guys. But anyway, we're off to Eugenius at the other Palace Theatre, which is one of my favourite theatres. I always normally tend to enjoy the other Palace Theatre productions. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. So as always, you're coming along with me. I'm excited for our food. I'm excited for you to go to see Rakaya when she comes back. I don't really know what else to say at the moment. It's a little bit late now, guys, and our food has now arrived. I'm very, very excited about it. Mine is my normal, regular chicken burger with cheese. Plain. Oh, where's the cheese? I did tell her, oh my god, where's the cheese? Rakaya, I told them. Don't I need the cheese. I'm gonna just some cheese on it. We're gonna do that in a second. Cheese and 5 mayo. So this is my receipt. The guy who took my order was hilarious. His name was Marius. So if you come to Nando's in Victoria, I told him I love mayo, and look, he put mayo 5 times, and he lolled so much. But he was waiting for me to see it on the film. When I saw it, I lolled and he lolled, and it was like but anyway, I've just given my food back so they can put the cheese on it. I love cheese. I don't know how people live without cheese. He loves mayo. Yeah. My hair. What is going on with it? Oh, what's going on? You look great, darling. It's like a little wave going on. Maybe you're a little. I'm just some dinosaurs have this thing on their thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to know them. Anyway, Rakaya is here. What's your food?
I got the butterfly chicken burgers.
Right.
Chips and mayonnaise.
What kind of? Are you mild or?
Yeah, I'm like a mango and lime.
You're better than me. I just go plain. Anyway, we're gonna eat our food, and then you saw Eugenius a while ago, and you liked it.
Yeah, like.
Did you like it? Okay. So. My food's going to come hopefully, and then the next time you see us we're probably going to be at the theatre. Nando's was lovely. I'm very, very full. I'm also very full. So full. Do you know that time when you were waiting for me here and I was late because I got myself a Starbucks? We are now inside the theatre. We've got given some lovely Eugenius keyrings, which is very exciting. Also Rakaya is in the background, as you can probably see, talking to one of her lovely viewers. So that's really cute. There's Olivia. How are you? Are you enjoying your beautiful drink? Yeah, look how big it is. It is really big. The other Palace Theatre has... That was really cute. I just saw that. The other Palace Theatre has changed since I was last year. Like, they've got a nice seating area here in the entrance, and the bars over there. It's just gone. It's very different. I like the fact that it's constantly changing. Every time I come here, things are new. And yeah. So apparently, there's something going on before the show, and then we've got the show, and then afterwards is the Q&A and some other surprises. Apparently, so very, very excited. I don't know anything about the show, guys, but there are some stormtroopers here, just chilling. I'm guessing they're kind of relevant to. Is it relevant to the show?
I mean, sort of.
Okay. Okay, I'm excited. I mean, I feel like I'm in Disneyland Paris suddenly with these stormtroopers chilling in the theatre, casual. Hello. How are you?
I'm watching you.
Oh no. They're not
Do you have a permit for that camera, madam?
Sorry, yeah, I do. I promise.
Show me the permit.
I think I might have forgotten it at home actually.
Move along.
Hello, Doc, that's my old friend. I wish I'd filmed that. No. You want to try? Yeah. This is how I first stopped vlogging. So, as you can still see, the stormtroopers also in the background there's an officer as well who obviously wasn't happy that I didn't have a permit, so that's a bit of a shame. Jokes aside, I don't know anything about the show, but apparently it's the music is like from the 80s or something, which is really good. Apparently Rupaya was saying that it's got a massive fan base as well, even though it's called the Unique Show, they call it, the Unique Musical, it's like Eugenius. So I like 80s music, I like 80s songs, and also apparently it's written by Ben Adams, who used to be in A1, the boy band. I used to like them, so that's a new fact I've learned. I'm very excited about it. Hello, how are you? Good. Awesome. We're now entered the theatre, as you can see. Sorry? I don't know what Olivia said, but it sounds very exciting. So we're not excited. Okay, I have absolutely no idea. Obviously I'll hear what she will probably tell me later exactly what she said. But yeah, this is the set, which, wow, looks really, really cool already. I love this theatre so much. Every time I come here, it's like completely new. I just love how the place is so small, and yet they always manage to transform it into something really cool. So we've sat in row E for the actual show, but this is the Q&A beforehand, which means we can sit wherever we want, because the show's not actually starting yet. It's like 6:30 or something, 6:45 essentially. But yeah, looking forward to it.
So without any further ado, please put your hands together and welcome the aforementioned Chris Wilkins, Warwick Davis and Ian Talbot. Good to see you, Warwick. Chris, good to see you. Ian, welcome. Please take a seat. Take a seat. Warwick, let's start on that point. Actually, you mentioned obviously, you know, the current audience we have in here at the moment. This idea of blogging and vlogging. It's proven to be pretty spectacular for this show, hasn't it? How have you felt it's been?
Well, it's been incredible. You know, at the end of the night, as a producer, I get a show report, which tells us how the show went and how the audience reacted and if anything went wrong in the show. But I don't really need to read that. I just need to look at social media, and I get a good report of everything that's happened. And without fail, the reactions have been terrific. I mean, absolutely tremendous. And this show has really taken off on social media. You know, everyone wants to let everyone else know how great the show is and that they should come and see it. So that word of mouth has helped us tremendously. It's wonderful. It's something that you think, wouldn't it be great if people really got behind this? And they have. I mean, earlier on, Chris showed me a film that someone's made using the Tough Man Lego minifigure that we've created, and he's made a little animation about this character being better than all the other Lego minifigure superheroes that there are. I mean, when you start seeing fans getting and extending the world of Eugenius beyond what it is on this stage, that's fantastic, because that's what happens with things like Star Wars, with Harry Potter and all those things. People embrace them and make them their own, and we want to give them that and let them do that, because I think it's fantastic.
That Q&A was very, very interesting. I didn't even realise that what they
Yeah, he's a producer.
You told me about Ben Adams.
Yeah, well, sorry. He also...
Very white. Should we say hi to Sam? Sam is here as well. Another Sam. We've got two Sams here in a reply. You're the odd one out, I'm afraid.
Choose better than
I'm close to you in the alphabet, though.
Yeah, RNS, true.
I'm the next letter.
You're before me. What is it? RS. Get your alphabet right. So yeah, it was a lovely Q&A. Everyone seemed really nice. All the kids.
Yeah, it was a quick Q&A, but it was nice. Yeah. I think that's one after.
They're doing a special event afterwards.
Everyone.
But yeah, it's
For the
like
common people.
With a special people.
look at this beautiful. Sam is a special.
Hi. Perfect.
No, because that sounds bad.
Snowflake is not
Snowflake.
good.
I think that's okay.
No, snowflake is not good because millennials are snowflake and they're like not good.
What would you like?
Sam is like a god. Like the god.
Jokes aside, please go and follow. What's your name? Samuel
CH. Buy some merchandise.
If you love theatre, he's one of the most amazing people, funniest people that you want in your life.
Yeah.
Go and follow him.
You would make a great YouTuber.
Like this is a reunion because we did the theater documentary together.
Oh my god, we did! I did it with you. I did yours on there.
In the park, like a homeless person. Yeah.
I'll leave a link down to a documentary that I did with these two a few years ago about theatre. And that's before I knew them very well, and now we're like all friends. It's amazing. Guys, Olivia's just surpassed 270 subscribers. Yeah, get her to. The plan is to get. She's got YouTube channel as well. She does theatre vlogs and other vlogs as well. Maybe or just
Mostly
theatre.
just theatre, yeah. And I filmed a legit video today, so...
Well done, there you go.
What was it about?
And congratulate her as well. Anyway, the show's about to start. We've got like 5 minutes before it starts. We've got these like comic. I got one in the end sound. How exciting!
Can't wait to read it.
Me too. That's a really thick book. so it's going to take us a
free
while.
as well,
And it's
your
free,
tickets.
I know.
So come and see Eugenius because you get free stuff.
Hi again, I'm gonna, should we? You've been in already? I've been before. Nice to see you. Yay! So we're going in for the second time now to actually watch the show. We are now in our actual seats in row E, seat number 5, and Ricardo's got seat number 6. She's trying to take I'm getting
Sam likes odd numbers.
Thank you. So this is our view, which is amazing. Sam's over there. But yeah, it should be exciting. I've also learned a little bit more about the show, which is the fact that apparently it's quite similar. It's like you can relate it, or it's comparable to Loserville.
Loserville vibes,
Which
yeah.
I really enjoy Loserville. I mean, I get it now because it's like a decent kind of old school thing.
Yeah, we're not really. There we go. We weren't really in trouble.
There you go. Now we are. The lighting's interesting as well here, but we'll go with it. But yeah, I guess
When I saw SpongeBob, like, wait, that long, the lighting is hilarious and stuff.
okay. I'm looking forward to it. You guys should as well. You like irrelevant, but go and go and watch. Check out the channel because then you can see what you thought of it. I liked one of them.
It's a very simple sponge.
Fair, funny though.
You'll get it, you know. If any of you watching have seen the show, you'll get that.
I haven't, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll speak to you in the interval. In the neighbourhood. You gonna cook? Anyway guys, it's the interval, as you can probably tell. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really fun. I can see exactly what people meant when they kind of compared it to Loserville, in the sense that it's about some like geeks and high school kids and just like kind of, yeah, geeky stuff, Star Wars, Star Trek, that kind of stuff. The music's really fun, very, very fun. Just smiling at everyone. But yeah, it's some 80s kind of 80s vibe music, which I love. You know, I don't think anyone can not enjoy 80s music.
Let's invite Warwick back up onto the stage
now,
because
thank you,
there is
Kaya.
applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you enjoying it second time?
Yes,
So,
really fun.
absolutely by no coincidence or
Very good.
accident that we went here
You will like it when you like Loserville.
Yes,
Yeah, it's very Loserville.
Your side next to it is really fun.
vision for this
I can see her
piece,
singing.
Yeah, it's very
That's amazing.
Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to give my Star Wars
Rightly so, everybody in this room
Knock,
is
knock.
super fans.
Who's there?
Not
Ladies
very
and gents, you
pressure.
automatically become ambassadors of the Eugenius brand, okay? Therefore,
My old friend.
we need you to
Anyway,
get to
we're
work.
gonna enjoy this wine. The show starts again in about 10 minutes, I think. Yeah, looking forward to acting.
Who's excited? Here, you can have that. There you go, we have another Star Wars one. Who do you think needs a top? Who's that for? I think this guy back here, the Theo Strong lookalike, he shall have the willow photo. There you go. Oh, he's got a wicked one, so whoever his counterpart is there can have that.
Oh, of course.
There you go, next goes. What else have we got?
Acting's about to start, guys.
Thank you all so much. It's been absolutely incredible this evening. Thank you very, very much. As you know, this evening is our special Superfan event, and it's our way of saying thank you to all of you guys who've been so amazing, so supportive of the show on social media and everywhere and word about the world. It's been so incredible. Have you had a good night tonight? We were just wondering if you wouldn't mind indulging us for a couple more minutes. We'd love to have a photograph with you all, and we don't get an opportunity to have a photo with you in costume. So would that be okay? Would you mind if we had a photograph? We're going to get into position and then pose, do whatever you need to do. Make this a memorable moment for you. If not, have a lovely evening and a safe journey home. Thank you so much for coming. You've been incredible.
Boiling. The show has just finished. It was an amazing finale. Hello. I don't know. I love that. Second half I think was better than first. It's so catchy. Well done to the song. You can say hello on my channel. I'm okay with that. Catchy as hell.
Catchy as hell.
Is it just called Eugenius the last song?
Don't you start you home?
Well done. He knows her stuff.
I think the finale is like the curtain, the after bit.
Are we staying here because the curtains are thing here?
A
Q&A again, which is going to be phenomenal post-show.
Yeah, should get out to let the road go, and then Olivia's just there waiting.
Perfect.
Move down.
So, without any further ado, ladies and gents, please once again put your hands together and welcome the incredible cast of Eugenius. How have you enjoyed the response that you've received so far? And how important do you feel that this social media platform is playing in the success to this piece? I'm coming straight to you, Dan.
I'm kind of a bit lazy in that I just wait. Ben, Adams, and Chris, they collate all of the feedback from every single evening, and I sort of wait until they post it and then read it, and then I get filled with all the joy. So I guess I'm a bit lazy in that respect. I don't like actively look, but and I see all the retweets, and it's like my newsfeed is just full of it. So I guess I do feel surrounded by love for the show, and I think it's powerful. And I think the reason that we've had such good sales and we've been performing to way more people than I think people anticipate, and that's because people have been talking and people can read a tweet and they go, do you know what, I value that person's opinion, I'm going to go. And I think that's what it comes down to, is that if everyone's talking about something, then out of curiosity they'll come and check it out, and the chances are they're going to love it.
Now, bear in mind, I was sat 2 seats away from this lady tonight, so Scott, prepare yourself.
You were fantastic.
She's 21 on the 11th of March, and she wants to know if you're married.
Absolutely. As long as the ring is like an onion ring. Pardon?
I'm the best cook.
Well, hello? Yes.
Batman.
I don't know that much about superheroes. Yeah. Tough Man is my favorite.
Catwoman?
Daredevil. Donald Trump.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Iron Man.
Wonder Woman.
Batman. Iron Man.
Captain Planet.
Wonder Woman.
Bette Davis.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. My daughter, Robin.
Deadpool.
One of my own creation that one day will be a musical, Captain Short Ass.
Thank you very much to everybody on stage. Once again.
I am just still dead of the fact that it's so hot. Yeah. But that was really lovely, and we learned a lot, we laughed a lot, it seemed like a great bunch of people. It's like 10:30, I'm excited about my poster. Are you excited about
Yeah, I'm excited about my poster.
What are you going to do with it?
Might frame it. Try to size.
Cute! Yeah, I'll probably do something with it as well. Yeah. Depending if I can find somewhere in my room. Yeah. We are now in the foyer.
I need to do a vlog on it where it's just that beginning that every time.
Oh no! Maybe I make fun of the fact that whenever I start my vlog, I have a moment. Yeah. I'm like, oh, let's get into the zone. Anyway, we've got our posters now. They're rather big. I'm going to show them to you when we get home. We've also got magnets. We've got TV clips in the beginning as well. All that money, all this merchandise. What are we going to do? How was it with the price? Good. Just as fun as the first kind of. Fair. I really enjoyed it. I think I preferred Act 2 to Act 1. The last song is incredibly catchy. Lord have mercy. Go Eugenius. This is the situation right now. Some of the cast have come out. It's a bit like, well, that's pretty cool. Dressed in costumes, it's pretty amazing.
Ladies and gents, last orders at the bar, please.
The bar's about to close. This is a lovely meet Ben Adams.
How are you?
He wrote the music for the show.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. Good. And if you haven't seen it, guys, you should definitely come and watch it.
What was your favourite song?
I think the last song is just so unbeatable.
Very Eugenius.
So yeah, I mean, there's so many songs I love, but at the end, that's the one that keeps the days with me because the last one.
I tell you what, I just came from Woking. I came straight off stage, straight in the car, and I was slamming Eugenius music all the way through.
Love it.
So I'm in the Eugenius spirit as well.
That's it. Everyone should be in the Eugenius spirit always.
They should. Every day of their life.
Every day, indeed. Thank you, Ben.
Pleasure.
We have finally left the theatre. What's the time like? Can you tell me the time, Sam?
It's late. 11. It's 11.
It's actually 11?
It's 11.
Oh, there's Eugenius
On a
supposed to
school night.
there. I know. Look at that. That's Eugenius. La, 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 la. You wouldn't have seen it properly earlier because we were kind of in a rush. But it's been really good. We've got posters here. I'll show all of these to you when we get home. I'll talk about the show. It's been great. You also preferred Act 2 to Act 1, didn't you?
I did. The 2 is really like the costumes.
Yeah, it was just more
the
funny.
geek dreams are coming true.
Olivia's loving the fact that she's motherless now. Shout out to her mum who left her. Rikaya's doing her music bit like boom boom chum chum. If you go and check out her vlog, you'll probably see a lot of music in this area when she's filming the castboard.
You know what, Sam?
Yeah, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, guys. Leave comments down below if you agree with me. If you watch any of her videos, you'd know. Welcome back to the chatty section of the So, it has been a wonderful evening.
We look like the bit in I see a little
Fernando.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Galileo.
Let me go.
Lovely. Nice to have had a good time with them. And I'll talk to you when I go home. Bye. Bye. Okay, cool. As you can see, I am now back home. I didn't start this vlog in my house. I normally tend to start them in my room, but I didn't today because we went to Nando's. But it is time to talk a little bit about the show. Sorry about the mess everywhere. I'm always so conscious about the mess around me, but this is just me. We're talking about I'm a messy person. You're just gonna have to deal with it, I'm afraid. Firstly, before I even get to the show, I thought I'd show you the like kind of freebies that we got, which was very kind for them to give us. We got a magnet, which is just like this Eugenius magnet, which I mean, I collect magnets. We collect them as a family, and so this is going to go on our family fridge. So that's going to be fun times. They also gave us a keyring, which is basically the exact same logo as the magnet. It just says Eugenius, the unique new musical. So that's really cool as well. And then obviously this was given free. You get these, well, you know, regardless of when you come. It doesn't have to be like an event like it was today. I think it's just like a little, it's not like a massive thing, but it's just something to keep, really nice as well. And we got posters, which they're really big, so I don't know how to show them to you. There you go, guys. So I've positioned you on like my bedside thing. Again, sorry about the mess around me, just try and ignore it. But now I can show you the posters. I've got 3. As far as you know, I can tell and what they were saying, these posters are very limited edition, as in you can only really get them if you were there tonight, which is really cool. That's why I got 3. The first one is actually signed by Ben Adams. I don't know how well you can see it. Which is really cool. And I got 2 more because I'll possibly do a giveaway at one point, so you know, make sure you subscribe to find out more about this, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because if I ever do a giveaway for these posters, which are beautiful, like I just love the design of them. They're very old school, like 80s posters, and I really enjoy them. Obviously it's with the cast and everything. It's got the other Palace Theatre, there's Eugenius. I just think they look really cool, so I've got 2 to give away. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, Sam Forgot, and Instagram especially, to hear more about how you can win these. And then of course we've got the actual programme, which looks like this. I haven't actually managed to have a look through it myself yet, so we're going to do this together. I enjoy other Palace Theatre programmes generally though, because they're very unique, and this was £4 as well, if you're wondering how much the price was. It's got some rehearsal photos. We're having a look through together. It's got some cast information. There you go. Excellent cast, by the way. Some more photos of the cast whilst they're rehearsing. In black and white. Smells okay. Not the best smelling programme, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, I'm weird. I like smelling books and magazines and everything. I just love books. I love reading. What can I say? Anyway, the show. So, Eugenius. I literally had no clue what it was going to be about. Like I said, I was meant to go to the press night a few weeks ago, and like I said, unfortunately I couldn't go because I was working at my actual job, because I do YouTube as a part-time job, if you didn't know. So I had to turn the ticket down, unfortunately, and I just didn't think I'd get a chance to see it because it's a limited run, and I'm normally very busy on evenings and stuff. So I just thought, oh, it's okay, probably not gonna get a chance to see it this time around. Hopefully I'll get to see it another time if it ever comes back. And then, as it turns out, Rukaya had tickets for tonight for this event thing, and as it turns out, I had a rare evening off. I wasn't working, so when she asked me, I was like, oh my god, yeah, sure. I was very excited because I didn't think I was going to get to see the show, and so I went along with her, and it was a great event. Like, I've been to events like this before, and they're always so good. I think the last one that was kind of similar to this was when I went to see the what was the name of it, Half a Sixpence, last year, and that was very well organized as well. It was by the same group of people, same group of PR people, and it's just really fun because it's just, there's extra bits to do, and especially as like vloggers, it gives us more to do and vlog when we go and see the show. So that was really nice. So yeah, well done for the event generally. Yeah, the show is very similar to Loserville, and I keep saying that, I'm sorry. I know that's really annoying because not everyone would have seen Loserville the musical, but I saw the show many times. Loserville used to be a musical that was in the West End. It started off in Leeds, and then it came to the West End for a few months at the Garrick Theatre, written by James Vaughan and Elliot Davis, I believe his name was, based on the music of Son of Dork, and I loved that music, blah blah blah. And Loserville was about some a group of geeks at school, and some like popular kids at school, and kind of what went on in a school. Really cool. I loved it. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long. But then this Eugenius is a similar story. It's a bit more mad, it's a bit more crazy, it's a bit more out there, but that's a good thing. Like, I enjoyed it. Again, it's about like a group of geeks. Like, the main character, he's a geek, and there's a geek girl as well who's like the guy's love interest kind of thing, and the geek's got a best friend, and then there's all the cool people at the school, and then, you know, the geek has written this like book, like this comic book, and I don't want to give too much away, but the story isn't like that big of a deal, to be honest. Like, you don't go and see the show for the story, you go see it for the music, the funness that it brings, really. But yeah, that's kind of mainly it. It's not a story that you wouldn't have seen before, you know. In fact, one of the reasons that I preferred Act 2 to Act 1 was because Act 1, I felt like, I don't know, it was just, it didn't, for me, it wasn't anything new, but Act 2 brings a lot of exciting, fun elements to it that was like, okay, now I see what you're doing. So yeah, that's it. The music is what I want to focus on firstly, because it was one of the best things about it, and I think it's one of the things that people love the most about it as well. So the music and lyrics was done by Ben Adams, who was in my vlog earlier as well. And if you didn't know, Ben Adams used to be in a boy band called A1, British boy band. You might not have heard of them, but if you're a 90s kid like me, and kind of lived in the UK, I didn't live in the UK at the time, but I was into UK boy bands, you might have heard of them. They have got some really kind of popular songs. They covered Take On Me. That was probably their most popular song. Basically, there was a British boy band called A1. Ben Adams used to be in it. Quite irrelevant now because he's been doing so many other things since. He's actually in a show himself at the moment. Anyway, again, irrelevant. Let's talk about his incredible music and lyrics. The songs in this are great. They're so catchy, like so fun. Just the catchy, they bring you joy, and they're very much like this in the style of 80s music, which I think is one of the reasons so many people enjoy it, because it's just hard not to. 80s music is great, and it's in the same vibe. And then the book is written by Chris Wilkins, again, really good. There are definitely some flaws, like there's some things that I'd be like, oh, maybe they could change this line here and there. But it's still in its early stages, this musical, so it's not like it's completely done. And maybe one day it will come to the West End. And I actually really like what they're doing with it. I mean, I don't know if you count the other Palace as a West End theatre. I don't think you do. I don't know. Leave comments down below if you know. But obviously it's still very new, and it's the start of this musical. It's got a long, hopefully, future ahead of it in different forms. And it's good, you know. Overall, it's really good. The director is Ian Talbot. Great direction. Yeah, the sets were great. I love the other Palace Theatre. I love what they do with the space that they have. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. Yeah, every time I go there, it just looks completely different. And it's a small theatre, so I'm like, Lord have mercy, Lordy. Oh, I'm just getting so many tweets and everything from people. Thank you, Rukaya, for tweeting me in a picture. So yeah, let's talk about the cast very quickly. We had Liam Ford in the role of Eugene, who's like the main character, the geek. I don't think I've seen him in anything, but just from his accent, from when he was doing the Q&A, I think he's American, like he's an actual American guy, an actor. He's done a lot of stuff off Broadway, and I think maybe on Broadway as well, which is cool. I don't think he's done too much in England, that's probably why I've not seen him. But it's this like guy here, and he was really good. You know, good voice, good acting. He suited the role very well. Then we had Laura Baldwin as the role of Janie, kind of the guy's love interest, another geek. And most recently, she played the role of young Sandra and Story Sandra in Big Fish, which was at the same theatre, the other Palace Theatre. And if you haven't watched my vlog of that, go and watch it. I really enjoyed Big Fish a few months ago. And then we've got the role of Ferris, played by Daniel Buckley, who, funnily enough, has just tweeted, which is hilarious. I think he's just replied to a tweet that Rakaya had put up and tagged me in. But anyway, Dan Buckley I'd seen, I think maybe in Book of Mormon. I'm not sure if I definitely saw him in Book of Mormon, but I 100% saw him in Loserville, which I think is interesting because I think Loserville and this show are very similar in style. And I saw him in Loserville like years ago, back in 2012, so it's been a while. And I loved him in that, and he was fantastic in this. Like, what a great performer. I really enjoyed him. He's just great. He's just got the charm. Great voice, great acting. In fact, there's a scene in Act 2 with him and another girl who plays like the sexy lady. That's not what she's called. Like, she's got a name. I can't remember what she's called. Super Hot Lady, not Sexy Lady. The scene between the Super Hot Lady and Dan Buckley in Act 2, that was hilarious. So that was good. Ian Hughes played the part of Evil Lord Hector. He was really good. Scott Page is definitely one of the highlights in this. I last saw Scott Page in The Addams Family, the UK tour. He was in the ensemble. So not like the, you know, he didn't have a part that was like a standout. So it was so good to see him in an actual role, and he deserves it. Like, I'm so excited to see him in different roles in the future because he was definitely one of the highlights of the show. He was so funny, phenomenal voice. Whenever he was on stage, I couldn't like keep my eyes off him. He's just a phenomenal performer. Like, whoa. Oh, I've just realised Scott Page has been in Made in Dagenham as well, and I saw Made in Dagenham like a few years ago. Wasn't a big fan of the show, but you know, the cast was great. So there you go, Scott Page, well done to him. He was definitely a highlight. And then we had Cameron Blakely, who was also in Addams Family, and he was one of my highlights in Addams Family actually, and he played the role of Lex in this. He's like the director. He was really good as well. I really enjoy him as a performer generally. And I think that's pretty much it. The ensemble was great. I'm gonna really quickly name Melissa James as well. She played Carrie / Super Hot Lady. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything. No, I don't think I've seen her in anything from what I can see here, but she was really, really good, and I can't wait to see her in different things in the future. The whole ensemble cast though was great. I wish I could name them all, but I feel like this vlog's already very, very long. Yeah, the energy of the cast was fantastic. You could tell that they were loving life. It's a really great cast, great voices, great performances. Loved it in terms of like the fact that they were loving life, and there was a lot of talent on stage. Made me love it. I'm gonna be honest and say that I didn't necessarily love the show. I didn't think the show was amazing. I came out having a great time. Like, I really enjoyed it in terms of like, yeah, it was a really fun evening, but I don't think the show itself is amazing. It's just a good show. It's just like a fun show. The music's fantastic and the cast is great. Overall, not something that I would personally go and see again, but if you want a fun night, definitely go and see it, and I definitely recommend seeing it at least once because it is really fun. Like, the music especially is great, and you can tell the cast are loving it. The reason I didn't love it, I think, I was telling Rakaya earlier, I think it's something that, even though, okay, like, the show itself doesn't take itself seriously, and I love that about it, and it knows it, and like, there's so many mad bits in it that's like great, really funny. I was laughing at times, but the concept of it as a whole, like the kind of geek guy and, you know, being bullied at school kind of thing, especially the two main characters, I mean, they were great. They were performed by like incredible actors, but the parts themselves, I feel like, is something that I've seen done before so many times that it just, I don't know, didn't really intrigue me, or, sorry about that, you're about to fall. It didn't interest me that much. I don't know, but it's not to say it's a bad show. It's a really fun show, and as long as you go in knowing that it's just going to be a fun show, and you just kind of go in for the music, especially the last song, Lord, you're going to love it. But I'm going to try and finish this vlog because it's been very long. So once again, thank you to Rakaya for asking me to go with her. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to Olivia and Sam that I saw as well in the theatre. That was really fun. I saw my friend Barry, who worked at the other Palace Theatre. It's always a pleasure seeing him. That was really good. I met a couple of you guys who watched my videos. That was also really lovely. Some of the ushers that work there said they watched my videos. That was also really lovely. I actually met Pete Jams as well, who you guys might know. He's a YouTuber as well. Talked to him for a bit, and he was lovely. He was also there for the event, so that was really cool. Oh yeah, and of course I met Warwick Davis, which is insane. I'm gonna actually insert a picture here as I'm talking to you guys. It was just lovely to meet him. He obviously did the Q&A. Lovely guy, really fun guy, and he's a legend really, and he's a producer of the show, so it was really cool to meet the guy. And I met Ben Adams as well very briefly, and he seems like such a nice guy as well, and he said he'd just finished, what's the show that he's in Wimbledon, Flashdance, and he'd just come to come from Wimbledon as soon as he'd finished the show. to make it for the end of this. Anyway, I'm getting all these messages on Twitter, so I'm going to say goodbye to you. Leave comments down below and let me know if you've seen the show, or if you're interested to go and see it. If you know, it's obviously only on at the Other Palace Theatre until I think the 3rd of March or something, so only about a week left for you guys to go and see it. But there's going to be a future for it. I don't think this show's going to go anywhere. It's fun, and it's already got like a massive dedicated fan base. Like, there were people tonight who'd already watched the show like 20 times, and the show's only been on for like less than a month. So that's amazing, and you want that. And I think they know what they're doing with the whole social media thing. They know that social media is really big, and it's what gets fans excited, and I really like that. So well done to them for the PR and everything. And yeah, I'm going to stop talking. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!